Hi, it's Maggie the Irish Gypsy here to bring you your August 2018 mid-month general readings. Thank you for joining us here today. Welcome to any newcomers. Thanks for all your likes, shares, subscribes, and thank you to those of you who continue to follow my channel. And to all of my regular and new clients out there, thank you for keeping me so busy with personal readings as well. As most of you know, if you are interested in a personal one-on-one reading with me, you can get more information and my contact details by clicking on the description bar of all the videos I post, or you can go to my YouTube channel's homepage and click on the little About button. Please feel free to email me directly at maggie1maguire@gmail.com. I'd be delighted to work with you. I can usually get back to you within the same day or the first 24 hours of your initial contact, and scheduling readings live or recorded is pretty timely too. Sometimes as soon as a few days, but upwards of 1 or 2 weeks, almost always within a couple of weeks or so, we can set up a reading for you. So email me if you're interested. I do a variety of different types of readings in all main areas of life. You can also find me on the smartphone app Instantgo under Irish Gypsy. That link is also provided, and that's really good for quick answers to the quick, easy questions as well. Okay, let's move right into this. This is for the Earth sign of Virgo for the remainder of August 2018. We're looking at the last couple of weeks. Remember that general readings can resonate a little differently for everybody watching. So if you know your rising and your moon sign, watch those videos as well. They can provide additional clarification. Sometimes they play out a little more predictably for you than your primary sun sign. All right, Virgo, let's take a look at the last half of August 2018. For you, Earth sign of Virgo. Okay, Virgo, we begin with the Six of Wands, great way to start, followed by the Ten of Swords. We have the Ace of Wands, followed by the Lovers. And from the bottom of the deck, your overall energy, focus, and guidance is the Magician. Okay, sorry about that, Virgo. I try not to have too long of pauses when I'm doing readings, but sometimes I get inundated with a few different stories at once and I have to kind of sort them out. Okay, so your crowning card from the bottom of the deck, which represents your overall focus and energy and guidance and advice for the remainder of August 2018, is the Major Arcana card of the Magician. You have 2 Major Arcana cards out of 5. So could be some significant significant stuff going on for you for the last couple of weeks of August. I feel like a lot of it's internal. The Magician is a very powerful card, and it says that you are powerful even if you don't feel like it. The Magician at this time, the Magician is a very independent entrepreneurial energy. I often feel like the Magician is the entrepreneur of the tarot. He's a very independent sort of person. He's walked a long path, typically by himself. He's got his own kind of independent energy. In fact, if the Magician has a challenge, it is sometimes in working with other people, which requires compromise and negotiation. He's done his own thing or her own thing for quite a long time. That's what works for him, so that's the best way for him to do it. So he often has difficulty doing it any other way. He's worked long and hard. He's reached a point in his craft and career where he has mastered everything. So he now has the determination, will, perseverance, the experience, the knowledge, the wisdom to create and build and manifest everything that he can. He's that powerful because he's put in a lot of time and work and effort, trial and error, success, failure, triumph, defeat. And he's now reached this point. You can see he's juggling each of the primary symbols from the 4 suits in the tarot. The sword, the cup, the wands, the pentacle. So he's a pro. He's reached the top of his game. He can create whatever he wants to. It's about knowing what you want, having goals, having dreams, being able to envision them. But the Magician is about taking what you want and taking the will, the perseverance, the determination, and all the skills and everything that you've learned and manifesting that externally to make, in an external way, everything that you want to happen come together, because you have all the experience and tools and knowledge and wisdom, and you need very little, if any, help from anybody else, which is where that independent energy comes in. It says that you have when the Magician comes up in terms of guidance and advice, Virgo, it's always advice that you have everything that you need to manifest what you want in a real practical way, even if sometimes you don't feel like you do. So what is this really about? Well, there's some strong energy here around relationships. And under that umbrella, relationships can come in all different shapes and sizes. It could be love and romance. It could be a best friend or a very close connected, family relationship. But it looks like the energy is around kind of relationships for a lot of you. And it looks like some of you, maybe even a lot of you, have been through some painful emotional stuff recently, maybe even betrayal. And by recently, it could be very recent. It could be a little while ago, 6 months, a year ago, but it still feels like it's fresh enough that it's still showing up here, whether it happened yesterday or whether it happened a year ago. But you are triumphing over it. You are coming through it in quite a beautiful and powerful way, because around the middle of the month or so, general reading time is always kind of fluid. Could be a little earlier for some of you, a little later for others. But around the second, third week or so, we have the Six of Wands clarified by the Ten of Swords. So the Six of Wands, victory and triumph after a struggle. Beautiful card. This man went off to do something, struggle with something, slay a dragon, rescue a princess, get over heartache, figure something out, get a new job, whatever it is. He went off, and this is significant triumph. It's not a small victory. This is a big victory, which the bigger the victory, the bigger the challenge that you had to overcome in order to get it, right? So he went off to do something, to struggle with something, to achieve something, to get over something. He's been successful and triumphant. He's riding back into town. His horse is prancing. He's dressed in his finest. The horse is dressed in his finest. The banners are waving. The crowd is giving him cheers and praise and applause and accolades. He has won. He has been victorious. He has triumphed. It can sometimes represent public recognition as well. So some of you may be being publicly recognized or awarded for something, and that could be something formal, or it just could be something like getting the approval and praise of your friends and family and those that know you, if not something more formal than that or more public than that. Now, what clarifies it is the Ten of Swords. The Ten of Swords, in the tarot, tens represent cycles ending, something being at an end or coming to an end. Whether that's coming to an end in any way, whether it feels good at the time or not good at the time. It represents that there's a finality, or it's coming to an achievement, a culmination point. The Ten of Swords is sometimes called the stabbed in the back card, as you can see, or the betrayal card. It can represent, and betrayal can, betrayal can come in just about every area of our life. It can be in love and romance, when somebody that we love and care about perhaps has betrayed us in some way, whether it's through cheating or lying about something or doing something that we didn't believe they were capable of. For some of you, it might be you that has done the betraying as well. I do definitely think that it was within the context of a significant relationship, regardless of which side of the fence you're kind of on in the situation. And the fact that it's in the back represents kind of the unexpected nature of it, which is basically the fundamental definition of betrayal. However, the positive aspects of this card are that it's a 10. It's done. The worst is behind you. Whatever difficult, horrible, painful, challenging thing put this man on the ground face down, it's over. There is a healing light shining through the swords. It's time to kind of get up, start to brush yourself off. You can see the sun is rising again in the background. A new day is dawning, and the animals, the birds, the animals are beginning to return to the scene. Whatever it was, it's done. It's over with. It's not going to happen again. And clarifying the Six of Wands, the basic energy is someone hurt you, betrayed you in some way, in some shape or form, quite badly. Some of you, it may have been you that maybe hurt somebody else significantly in a significant relationship. But there is victory and triumph, because it's clarifying this, and this is major victory, which makes sense because it was a major kind of pain, hurt, or betrayal. For some of you, it could represent that you were hurt quite badly by someone, and you are finally, because you are the magician, or you are manifesting the energy of the magician. It may have taken some of you quite a long time, but you're coming to a point where you're triumphing over that. You're getting through that. You're no longer allowing it, sitting with it. It's time to move on, and move on rather victoriously as well. Some of you, you may have been the ones that hurt somebody else. again, the energy remains the same. You're finally getting through it. It may have taken a long time to kind of reconcile or make things right, or at least come to a resolvement, but you're moving through that successfully. Again, betrayal can be in a very personal relationship, love and romance, friendship, family dynamics. I've seen the Ten of Swords come up in work and career situations where someone was promised something and then it was given to somebody else, or they were passed over for something that belonged to them, a promotion or raise or, opportunity or something of that kind. So betrayal can come in a lot of different forms in different areas of our life. But because we have the Lovers here, which can represent making a major choice in a significant relationship, and often a very passionate relationship, for probably a lot of you, this is going to be a more personal relationship than, say, a work situation. At or towards the end of the month, we have the Ace of Wands and the Lovers. So aces, and I have to tell you too, all through this reading, for some reason, I've gotten the feeling that the other significant person, for some of you it might be a triangle situation, but the other truly significant person is a fire sign or manifesting like a fire sign, Leo, Aries, Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, or Rising. I don't know, but I kept getting that quite strongly. So Ace of Wands and the Lovers at or towards the end of August. Aces represent the number one. So they always represent the start of something new, the beginning of a new path, or the opportunity for a new beginning. This is exciting new beginnings because it's the Ace of Wands, and Wands is fire energy. So this is a new beginning or opportunity that has a lot of enthusiasm, passion, creative, artistic energy in it. It's exciting new beginnings. It's the start of a new path or an opportunity that you're feeling really excited about. Now, what clarifies it is the Lovers, which can represent a pretty significant relationship with, as you can see, no lack of heat in it. It doesn't necessarily have to represent a romantic relationship, but the implication is that it is. But it could be a very connective, like best friend, soulmate relationship, or within your family dynamics as well, or the actual lovers, passion, romance relationship as well. It also represents needing to make a significant choice. In the earlier tarot decks, this was not called the Lovers, it was called the Choice, and it showed a man standing in front of two women or a woman standing in front of two men, and the implication being that a choice needed to be made that was going to significantly impact the lives of everyone involved. Now, not to say that this is about making a choice between two people, you or somebody else. For some of you, it might be that. Some of you may be making that decision at the end of the month. But it does represent making a major decision, and it's one that will probably likely affect a significant relationship. It could be that the choice itself is about the relationship, or it could be sometimes the Lovers comes up when it's a choice about something else, like taking a new job or moving or relocating, and it of course is going to affect your boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, wife, etc. So it could be that as well. But a significant choice about a new beginning. Some of you, it's going to be just purely relationship oriented. Some of you, and I'm getting that there may be an opportunity for you to reconcile with someone who hurt you quite deeply, or vice versa. Be careful. I'm not getting a strong yes or no in terms of reconciliation for some past hurt or wrong. You would probably know that best. Just be careful if that's the case for some of you. Make sure that the decision is made based on what you really feel is possible, what you really feel is achievable, and what's best for everybody involved. Others of you, there is definitely, some of you could be having a brand new relationship that's helping you kind of overcome some negative relationship aspects in the past. And some of you may be making the decision as to, whether or not to go your own way for a while and just stay by yourself or single or alone for a while, even though there may be, a rather nice looking choice in front of you, because I'm getting that as well. There's definitely a choice on the table in front of you. But the energy around it is actually quite good. Whatever this heartache, heartbreak, or betrayal was, you're coming through it, and like coming through it with flying colors. If there's any times during the next couple of weeks where you have self-doubt or anxiety, you have everything that you need to manifest what you want. And if you're considering going back to a relationship, that there may be some very real fears about whether or not you can do it or not, or maybe you're afraid that you won't be able to get anything different or better in the future. Don't, because the Magician says you have everything that you need, Virgo, to manifest into reality what you want, what you hope for, and what you dream for, your joy and fulfillment, which is what Spirit wants for you as well. And if you remember nothing else throughout, this contemplative decision-making period over the next couple of weeks, remember that you have what it takes to manifest what you want. So Virgo, that pretty much wraps up your August 2018 mid-month general readings. I hope that you found it helpful and useful, and hopefully not too confusing. Again, if any of you would like a more personal one-on-one relationship, a more personal, I almost said relationship reading because I'm still focused on this. If any of you would like a more personal one-on-one reading with me, please feel free to email me directly at Maggie1McGuire@gmail.com. I'd be most happy to work with you. I do love and romance readings, reconciliation, compatibility spreads, career, work, and finance, investment readings. I also do 6 and 12-month overviews, which look at what's coming in your life, in all the main sectors of your life for the next 6 or 12 months. I do channeled messages from past on loved ones and gift readings as well. So send me an email if you're interested. And you can also find me on the smartphone app Instantgo under Irish Gypsy for the quick answers to quick, easy questions. So I will see you all again, Virgo, in a couple of weeks for the September 2018 general readings. And until then, as always, I wish you joy, peace, blessings, and a happy life. Take care. Bye-bye.